for me? So Jack's currently in America right now, which means I'm left to do bits of the van by myself. I won't be doing any of the big stuff because, you know, we want to do all that together. Also, I'm incapable, but that doesn't mean the work is stopping entirely. So I'm going to be painting basically as much as I can. I'll explain it as I go, but at the moment I'm going to start on the wheel arches and paint this underneath section so that, you know, it kind of is a bit more cohesive when we open the doors and it blends into the van a bit more. So I'm going to paint that in the Prairie Winds colour, and then the beams are going to be in the African walnut colour. I'm just going to set up a couple bin bags so I'm not, I mean, I don't think it matters too much, but because we're vinyling the floors, I don't know, I want to keep it neat. Yeah, let's get started. Gonna get a second coat on these walls here. Oh, don't mind the cat scratch. And then gonna get these painted. And then that should be this section done. Just will need to get the floor. That should be arriving tomorrow. And if I can, I will cut it and stick it down myself. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So I'm back at it again with more painting, wearing the same thing yet again because I don't want to ruin any of my other clothes and I don't care about this one. But I have finished all of this. Managed to get that done, both coats done, and now I'm going to go onto the wood stain for these beams. A bit of a test to see what it looks like. I actually don't need to paint these at all, but I feel like there's an opportunity to see what it looks like and I'm going to use it. Apparently this stuff really smells. So this is where we're at. It looks nice. It's still a bit yellow, but it's not dry. So the colour's already looking quite nice. I'm hoping we can hide some of that yellow. I've left these because I just want to see the difference from what it looked like before and after. This is going to be hidden like this anyway, so I'm not bothered about it at all. It's just, I know that when we open this door, we'll be able to at least see the bottom bit of this. And I just thought, yeah, we'll keep it seamless. But as I said, it's also a bit of a test to see what it looks like and if we like it, how many coats we'd like, how dark it is, all that kind of stuff. I'm not pleased with my masking tape job here. It seems to have leaked and somehow stained that wall. But thankfully that will be tongue and grooved and we won't see it. So it's not a big deal. I'm just, again, panicking for no reason. It's just going to be the slogan of my entire time doing this. Just panicking for no reason.
It looks the same from this side. Do I need to go in the back door?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, it looks so good.
I think it definitely needs 2 coats.
These do?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Good job though. So I've just gotten back from a week away. Very disrupted. Like 17, 18 hours of flying, travelling, not a lot of sleep. But catching up with what Sarah's been on with. Looking really good.
The painting takes a long time actually.
Yeah.
It says in the tins that the second coat has to be like hours after. So I have to wait
Yeah.
hours each time. So I feel like I barely got anything done.
Ready to get back and stuck into this project. I quite liked having some time off, but you've been in it for the whole week.
Well, I took some days off. I took like 4 days off.
I still have got a lot of photos to edit and stuff to process from the last week of shooting. But I think our floor's here, isn't it?
Yes, it arrived late yesterday, which is why I didn't do it again. But yeah,
But
I'll do it today.
let's get that in today. We'll have a coffee first because I'm running on minimal sleep. If I try and dive straight into it without too much coffee, then I'm going to make mistakes.
Let me paint this first, and then we can get the floor in.
Cool. Sarah's just done another coat. So this is still a little bit wet, I won't touch it.
Ignore my imperfections.
They would have never noticed if you hadn't pointed it out. Look how perfect this side is.
This side is great.
Yeah. Right, this floor, before we do that, we probably need to get these screwed down. But the downside we've got to that is because we've raised this,
I know we have to cut these.
These now need to be cut down.
I don't know if you noticed, I didn't even bother.
Going all the way down, yeah. Let's take this little measurement in here and then I guess just cut all the way around the bottom, just take off a little bit. It's going to be nice to have a tool back in my hand. Literally, at this time last week, I was like, oh, it's nice to have a camera and not a drill. And it's taken me a week and I'm like, no, let's get back on the tool. Please. How's that? Alright, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good.
So this is the floor that I was telling you guys about when I was on my own, that I so desperately wanted to put in by myself. But of course it didn't arrive until late last night, which meant that now Jack's here and I'm just proving that I can't do anything.
Back here we are at 1.
And my duck.
Oh God. Sarah has just identified that there is a little gap down in here, both sides, where the floor doesn't quite go the full width. Let's just get this cut out and try and get it around the boxes, and we know it fits. And tomorrow I just need to cut 2 little bits to cover those edges, get those down, then we can apply the glue that you've sourced and bought, which hopefully is good. And then, yeah, we can get it all stuck. Kind of hard to get in here to see, but now with those angled edges, that should fit in there really nice and neatly. So these little bits aren't going to be seen, there's no load on them, so I'm just going to glue them. But I'll do it quickly and discreetly before Sarah says that I'm taking her jobs.
Or say what?
It took her jobs!
It took her jobs! So I bought this ultra adhesive. The last time Jack did this, he said that the sticky stuff he used didn't really work and that it all just kind of peeled off again. So I decided to do some Googling and find something that was a bit stronger and would work. So I found this, and it came with a whole bunch of safety warnings that it is very harsh to breathe, that it's eye irritant, skin irritant. So I'm a bit nervous to use it, but something that toxic surely must work, right? I'm so very pleased with this.
Yeah, that's looking really good. I think we should probably give this time to set.
On.
Time to bond, and also just get rid of some of the fumes. So should we give it an hour with the window open or something? Just trying to work out fitting for up here and try and cut a diagonal piece that fits all the way across that neatly. I think we probably want to glue these first.
Glue?
Yeah, and then I'll put some screws in as well.
Okay.
Right, that is those little corner pieces up. As we said, we've not got enough wood to do that back a little bit yet. I'll have to go to a shop tomorrow. So I'd say probably best is to sort of finish up there.
If you want to take it out more, you can. Because it's not wasted space.
No, we don't use that.
We're not using it at all. So if you want to take that L all the way to the edge of...
And just complete, that's true actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shout.
And then that way you can just cover it from there.
As Sarah just said, maybe bring this L out over this awkward corner out to here. And then we haven't got to worry about
The bulbous.
a weird corner Bulbasaur.
The Bulbasaur.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So tomorrow first thing, I guess, go to the shop, buy some more wood, enough to do this out, and then also all the remaining little panelly bits in there.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
I have to do a couple things. I have to sand this down. Actually, since we added the wall on to all of them, they're not that great.
Very, very hot today, but a lovely day to get some work done. Been out and got some more wood. Going to crack straight on with making a little back section at the top. As Sarah suggested, I think I'm going to just box all the way into the diagonal and avoid trying to do that awkward corner piece. We'll get that measured up now, but hopefully get that in before too long, and then see what else we can crack on with. Literally got 2 clips recorded and my phone died halfway through that because it was unbelievably hot. I've just had to put it in the freezer for a few minutes, and I brought an ice pack out to try and keep it cool between films. It's literally, I don't even know what it is today. It must be 30 plus. Just gonna try and quickly mock up a cardboard template for this back door. With going around the angled ceiling, we may as well use some cardboard just to make sure it's perfect. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Get that cut. Very nice.
Roasting.
It's quite a bit of in and out with the camera. I'm going to go measure up a little corner bit for how it's going to fit on that awkward angle. So that's pretty good. Got some more offcuts. And I guess kind of similar to how the wheel arches were fitted, we're going to cut little bits of this, attach that to the roof, and then we can attach these panels directly into this.
Oh yes.
Really nice.
Big fan.
Right, so if we mark on the roof here, and then what we'll do is we'll cut some more of those little bits what we've already been cut. Stick those to the ceiling, a few places. You can maybe sand this outside, and then we can just fix them through there.
So no tiny screws. You know them little like...
Yeah,
like
do you want me to
one?
put, maybe to chuck some of those in?
Yeah, and then get some in here.
Yeah.
And then that will just make things a lot
Just a little bit more secure.
secure, and then I can sand it,
Yeah.
if that's okay. Just the little like... Wait, upside down.
Idiot. My brain was like, why is that not fitting now? What a nice fit. Don't even need screws.
Do we even need to screw that?
I mean, it's not really needed, is it? It's in there welded.
That is such a nice fit. Look how satisfying that corner is.
Feels like we've spent an awful lot of time back here recently, and no time through here in the front, where there is still not yet a window, and that was something we said we needed to do, was put the window back in there. So now we're going to take this down, measure up and cut the hole in this. a bit awkward to film without just giving you a great view of the neighbour's car, so we've taken this up and just inspected, but we're trying to get this to be sort of trimmed around the window that's here and not show too much of the black sort of surrounding. This is getting close to where it is. We think we need to come to this line, maybe slightly over it, because we're then going to have inset.
Let's come to the line first to see what it looks like. And then, but I definitely, judging by this, I'd say we're pretty spot on with where we want it.
Right, so we've just had this sort of privacy screen down again, just to discuss how this is going to fit in. We've got various different depths of wood. We're doing a bit of a test for how our window frame is going to fit in, and using that and then some bits of offcut, we've kind of worked out and held it where the window frame is going to be, so we can get a nice finish and nice look.
It will come to, it'll be like that.
Just so we can hide some of the black around the edges.
And then just for the imagination, imagine like plant pots.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
or just somewhere to put coffee.
A nice windowsill.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Then the coffees don't have to sit on the table.
I've already thought this, mate.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we're pretty happy with the side here and the side here. The top and the bottom we just want to make a little bit bigger, so that this is sitting more in line with where it is now rather than on top of it. We're just going to run around now, put all these screws in that are still missing, and then we need to fit this in, give this a bit of a lick of glue around, and then just put the screws in the corners there. And then, yeah, I'd say this wall is ready to move on to my next stage, which is going to be covering up all the bubbles.
Can we put like a Bulbasaur sticker there?
You got one?
I wish I did. I might have one.
Now that this board's up and it's nice and secure with all the screws in, I do find myself keep looking down at this corner and just not being particularly happy with it. Like, it was the first one we put in, and then the walls kind of developed and changed since then. And realistically, we've only got one chance to really see and affect this part of the van before it gets covered up and panelled over. So just take this one out from here, replace this little section with a new one, so that it actually just, the whole wall looks good and we know it's super smooth and straight. That's looking a lot better now. Pretty pleased with how that's kind of come out. Still a bit of a kink in the floor around where there is a bulge in the bodywork. Not too concerned about that. The areas that matter, which is like here forward and here backwards, are fine. That's going to be behind the counter.
But that's where I actually wasn't too concerned, even though that wasn't.
I wasn't, but I just kept looking at it and going, you can do a better job at that. It'll never be seen again. But
I know, but it's
up
in
there.
here.
Next on the list is for me running around and kind of filling in these little gaps here, making sure that this is all up. This ceiling needs actually properly securing. But yeah, I'm going to run around, fill these little gaps in, and also there's along the floor. So now I'm going to try and fill in this piece at the top. I might use that piece to actually secure the roof up. Down here is not quite as bad. I'll put in a diagonal piece across the bottom. This I might just leave exposed and put that in as a back. When we put the cabinet in here, just put a back on the cabinet. The cabinet is going to stick out into the door, so it will need something on the back of it anyway. We may as well have that extend out and then fix into this there. Nice fit lengthways. We have got this slightly bulged out area here. It's going to be a little bit of an issue, so I'm just going to try and just cut out a slight indentation. I'll use some cardboard to make a template. I'm going to cut it out of this cardboard first, just to make sure that it's right. before committing to the wood. So that's quite a good fit around there. It means we can keep this edge here nice and straight. Might just try and just sand off a little bit of that inside so it's a bit of a neater fitting, but yeah, really good with that. Really nice. Nice to have all the silver getting covered up. So today's job is going to be covering up this guy here. I think probably just a box that's just going to cover it, maybe just an L-shaped box. It'll be easier to make them with the curve.
What's your goal with that?
Just going to box it in. Gonna glue it all together now and then fix it up once it's dry. Top I think we can probably put in with just glue as it touches, and then I've just cut this little corner piece that's going to sit inside, where is it? Inside there, nice and flush. I can attach this to the wall and then the box to this. Nice. Right, so this is on to the most difficult and awkward little area. We're going to have this cupboard coming all the way out to here, so it will cover this. So any mess that's made from this is going to be hidden away nicely, but that doesn't mean it's an easy problem. And I'm kind of wondering whether to just sort of do it diagonally up from where the cupboards are going to start. From there we will try to box in this edge and this edge. It's a really messy little piece. I'm going to leave this side completely open and unfinished because hopefully be able to use the edge of the cupboard to secure the end off and keep that neat. That's nicely boxed away. This bit here is going to be left open and that's going to be covered as the cabinet goes in. This kind of bottom edge, wasn't really sure what to do, but we are putting the top cupboard up here, which I'm going to try to tidy all this up down in that corner. This is my cupboard anyway, so it doesn't have to be quite as neat as some of the other cupboards in here.
Don't be not nice.
Just going to wait for that glue to dry, and then we'll give that a buzz with the sander just to neaten off all the edges and make it feel a bit smoother. So I've been out running. Oh yeah, Sarah's been in a great job of sanding those out smooth. Lovely. That's us ready then to move on to the next stage, which is going to be getting these top cupboards up so we know how far we need to apply our tongue and groove roofing to. So I need to sit down tonight once I've showered and have a bit of a think about how all these cupboards are going to be constructed, and then tomorrow morning probably go buy some wood. Oh, I feel really ill today. Slept like crap. A slight headache and my throat feels full. Bit of a manic morning. I was just having a morning coffee and working out what wood and tools and everything I need to build these cabinets for the top, and then checked and realised the shop closed like within half an hour and isn't open tomorrow. So basically had to drop everything and just decide what to buy on the way down. Got all that sorted now, just picked up some screws. So let's go and see what we can build. Today we're going to get started on this top cupboard. There are going to be more in the front on the driver's side and also by the door. There's just going to be one on the bed here above where our feet go. Let's probably the easiest of all of them to make because it's not too wide, it doesn't have to hang over the doorway, and there's just one central divide down the middle to separate, you know, two cupboards.
30s, it's weird because in there it looks massive, but if you come around this side, it doesn't look as big.
So that line there is where the old ones come to. But they're only 32. So whilst they are...
So the wall must just
yeah,
be
the wall
so
is
much
further out. It's really hard trying to decide this because and measure it because nothing's really straight. So if you measure from here, 32 is different to look from here. So the rough plan for these cupboards is that we're going to do one solid board along the bottom. On top of that, we're then going to have end pieces that fit the contours of the van, like that. Then there's going to be one of those in the middle as a divide. Drawing's about as good as I feel today.
Ah, it's better than anything I can do.
Along the back, there's going to be one solid piece of just thicker wood, and that's what we're going to screw through into the wall with. There's also going to be one of those running along the top just here, and we're going to screw through there as well.
And you've lost me now. Is that? Oh, I see it.
So I've just made a small little template drawer, just a bit of wood with a hole in it, and we'll put the pencil through there, and we can draw around the outside of the van, and it will give us a nice edge to cut.
31 because the door then takes it to 32, right?
So I think that is that ready to go in now. We've put this quick bracket on the end just so we can screw that straight into the arch wall, and then that should help to keep it level and keep it upright whilst we make our other measurements and sizes. So. Now with that in, we just need to put a little end piece in here and then work out how to get one that's going to fit nicely inside. Try and measure up and cut this board to go in the middle of the divide. So that is that measured up. I'm going to leave it in place overnight because I'm beginning to feel very tired and probably could do with an early night and a bit of rest. And tomorrow we'll go pick up some more L brackets so we can actually fit these when they're cut, get those cut out and get this one finished, and we can start the roof. Someone likes being up high. Fortunately, this is for clothes next, but I promise you we're going to build you your little own cupboard up there. There's our brackets, ready to go. So the issue we've got here is that the brackets require quite a big screw head size. It's really hard to find one with a big enough head that doesn't go all the way through the wood. So what I'm going to do instead is use these ones here that do fit really well, but they're just too long. I'm just going to angle grind them down, just take a little bit off, and then we can get that secured and then cut this final one here, which should be all good. It's always kind of hard to tell with cardboard if it is going to be a pure perfect fit, because it does bend and give a little bit, but we'll cut it out and hopefully it's right. Still got a lot of work to do on that. Still got to give it a paint, make everything look neat, and also make some doors for it, but that's all much later date. What we can get straight on with now, which you're super excited for,
Why? Because it means we're closer to being finished.
is start putting our tongue and groove in the back here for one. So we'll go and grab some of that, which we've got outside, and start measuring it to cut down. Because once we get that cut out, we then need to paint. Well, you think it's best to paint it out?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I can try and paint it in situ, I just think it's going to be hard.
No, the chances of you getting stuff coming down, and also just the ache of like...
I'm short as fuck.
Right, so this is what we've got to do our walls and ceiling here. tongue and groove, I believe, is 12mm thick, so we always try to keep everything within like 5mm tolerances for gaps and things like that, so that should perfectly cover all of that. Got loads of these. We're just going to cut them down to that length now of a 127. So these tongue and groove boards are actually double-sided. You've got one side that gives you quite a neat, sort of tucked together finish, and then the other side has these slight grooves in them, give a bit more texture and range. And we're going to try and utilise that, and I think we're going to do the gap side with the more groove and texture on the roof, and then we'll keep the flat side for the walls. And we were sort of deliberating doing it the other way around, but then we figured with all our cupboards and window frames, getting that to work well with these additional gaps is just unnecessary effort. I'm just going to work out now where the middle is, mark that up, and then start working outwards from there, work out exactly how many of these we need to be painting, and also cutting down to fit either side, so some shorter ones to come to here and then longer ones that will run up to this side of the window. Just had the idea of actually cutting off a load of very short ones, maybe only a couple of inches big, and those we can kind of put together, maybe fix up in a few places just to give us measurements of how wide it's going to be, so that we don't have to try and do it all with the long sheets. That way we can at least count how many we're going to need, work out where we need to do and cut. So Sarah's going to get on with the painting behind. While she's doing that, I'm going to start cutting these down. Put my guide from inside to know where I need to cut these down to. So that is 5 of those short ones for the front, 5 of the long ones for the back. They're cut, ready to go, ready for Sarah to varnish those up. While she's doing that, I'm going to start taking measurements and cutting more of this tongue and groove for the walls in the back there. We've actually gone and bought a load of it, and it's so long that we really struggle to store it anywhere. So the priority is getting that cut down into more manageable pieces. I will say, after having a few days, well, week of trying to fit all the awkward panelling up, getting cupboards to fit and working with the awkward shapes, it feels really good to be doing a lot of cutting in one day and just doing lots of measuring, lots of cutting. It feels like real good progress is being made. So we're at the quite exciting stage now of starting to put this up on the wall, now that it's all been cut. We're going to start with this wall here, because it's a little easier. We were planning originally on just gluing it all onto the walls and not having to use any screws at all. But just for ease, I think we're going to try and put 1 or 2 screws in, just to sort of make sure that some of them are grounded together.
Yeah, I got a bit too paranoid, and the idea of standing here while letting the groove fuse, just the idea of it got on my nerves a little bit.
Just need to work out where to cut this one here so it fits.
Alright, all the way.
Yep. Good job. First wall done.
That's good.
You pleased?
Yeah, that's good. It's a shame because I'm now sad that I'm going to paint it because we're going to lose all this lovely texture.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So, shall we start on this side? Drip, drip, drip.
Where's that dripping?
Drip.
Oh, oh my god.
Nervous about painting it?
Yeah.
Like, because you kind of want to just leave it like this.
Well, a part of me does, but then I see this like scuffs and stuff, and then I'm like, no, it'll be nice, but yeah, no, it just looks really good, and it's got a nice rustic feel to it, so I'm just nervous about getting rid of all that now. Especially these lovely markings. Look at these lovely patterns, and it just feels like a shame.
So we're going to leave that video there for now. We have made quite a bit of progress since then, but we just don't want these to crack on for hours and hours, so we'll end it there and see you on the next one when we've been pretty busy actually. You've done loads of painting, I finished off all the cupboards. We're actually out now in the Trossachs just doing a photo shoot and giving Nix a bit of time outside because she's spent so much time stuck inside the past month. But really enjoying the progress and can't wait to get finished and return to just life in the Highlands.
So Jack's